I'm trying really hard not to want a pair, just saying. I know that I won't wear this color, but man, they're pretty, dude. Like, they are so nice looking. The build, everything. Materials, that toe, God dang. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad girls right here. This is the Air Jordan 4 in the Seafoam colorway. This is a colorway that they've actually used on many women's Jordan models before it, but we've got a brand new one, and that's these guys right here. I will say that the box is super clean. I love that they kept the Air Jordan 4 box and then they just kind of like switch things up. You got the chrome Jumpman Seafoam coloring. Inside the box is kind of interesting because they do separate the two shoes with a little divider. I thought that was kind of like a slick move. Sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. Usually they do that when they are using a really nice material that they're trying not to get scuffed up in packaging in transit. And if that's the case, these guys right here definitely fit that bill. I will say I'm kind of surprised at how perfectly they match the box. Like, that normally doesn't happen. Like, these look like they blend right in. This is a cool shoe. The outsole is a typical Air Jordan 4 outsole. You've got herringbone on there along with a couple of small hits of that seafoam green. I think that it looks great. The midsole itself is a standard polyurethane midsole, and then encapsulated within that midsole is a 4-foot air sole unit, and then in the rear there's a visible air sole unit. The insole is this guy right here. This is just a Dream Cell insole, nothing fancy, nothing special. You can take this out, swap it out for anything else that you like, or you can keep it in there if you like it. It just depends. I will say that they smell so good. This is one of those things where it's just like, I love that smell so much that we actually turned it into a scent that you can use to keep that scent in your shoes all the time. This right here is our Fresh Scent scent that we've teamed up with our Sense Apparel brand, as well as Antidote Fresh. And you can grab this right now over at Amazon. So if you're interested in checking it out, links down below in the description box. The upper is very simple just because it's pretty much tonal. Like, I think that they actually did a really good job. You're a stickler for this.
They did a very good job.
There you go. Sometimes that bothers certain people. I'm not one of those people. As long as it looks good. And yeah, this guy right here is great. I will say that they tried to play up on the, I don't know what people call them. Sometimes they call them chromes, sometimes they call them blings. They are two technically different shoes, Pure Moneys, stuff like that. The chromes and the Pure Moneys are the same shoe, where they look just like this, and they have the chrome eyelets right here. Or I wouldn't say they look just like this, they're all white, and then they have the chrome eyelets. The blings were actually a little bit different. They were a retro plus look. They were also all white, but they didn't have the netting right here. They had the little weird leather patch instead, but they still had the chrome. So yeah, but either way, they've got that seafoam color along the entire upper. This is definitely different than the last Seafoam 4 that they did, where it was more of a fire red color blocking, which I actually really loved. But this one's more elegant, I would say. Just very simple, very clean, very tonal, very understated, but they're elevated in terms of the material. So all of the materials here are actual nubuck. It feels great. You can actually see within the cut lines the leather that's in there, and then you have that synthetic nubuck overlay with the coloring and things like that. So it's a nice material. I think that it's dope. I love this new shape, which is technically the old shape, which is not exactly like the originals, but it's close enough. And this gets me really excited for those white and cements that are coming out. That's the thing, is that would I wear this over white cement 4s? No. So that's why I'm gonna leave these on the shelf for somebody else. But these are so pretty though, like, it's super tempting. But yeah, everything that you would expect on an Air Jordan 4 is on here. You've got the nice little like eyelets that look like basketball nets. You've still got the ventilation points right there. You got the mesh behind the little like rubberized like vent points. Looks great. Flight patch logo on the tongue. Perfection. I love that logo. I wish that they used it more often. Upside down Air Jordan text patch within the tongue. The reason why it's actually like that is because back in the day, people used to flip their tongues down and wear them like this, which is very weird when you think about it. But also, if you think about what the Union 4s did, where they stitched them like that, that's why. It's because that's how people rocked them back in the day.
On what shoes though? Because
the 4s and the 5s.
So did they originally have the tag flipped proper, and then they noticed that people were doing that with their 4s?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think that it was just maybe a coincidence. Maybe people saw the patches there, moved them down.
Because the only time I ever did that was with my high top Converse.
That's the thing though, is that these tongues originally were a lot taller than what they are. So some people didn't like it. They just fold the tongue down.
So I was just curious, like, was it a trend with more shoes at the time?
I would like to go, because I don't see a lot of images like that. You know what I mean? Every once in a while you'll find one, but like not often, but you always hear stories. And so that's the thing, is that I think that in certain locations, that was a thing.
Maybe people did that with like their boots, like Timberlands. Like, did people do it?
I don't know. I never rocked those. That's exactly what I'm saying though. I think that it's regional.
Okay.
So if you're in California, a lot of the trends that were here are different in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like people in New York would be like, that never happened. It's just like, well, you were over there. We were over here. I think that when we talk about cultures, and especially within sneakers, which is a subculture, you know what I mean? I think that we need to be more open-minded to what the trends might have been pre-social media, because nobody knew. You lived it because you was there. That's what it was. So in California, we probably didn't do this. Maybe on the East Coast, they did. The Air Jordan 4 heel tab is still there. It is, it's a little hard. It's gonna up a couple of people's Achilles, I can guarantee you that. On top of all of that, there is no Nike Air branding on here. This is one of the things where I do kind of wish that they painted the Jumpman something, like chrome, white. I just think that that needs the accent. I think that when that's muted out, it's not the best look. Sometimes it looks okay, but it should be something. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, whatever you wear in your Air Jordan 4s, that is exactly what I would recommend. I personally go true to size, but wide footers like to go up half a size because of that bad boy right there. That thing will some pinky toes real quick, but true to size for most, and you should be good. If you're local here to the Sacramento area, they'll be carrying these over at Phenom. I believe they are not available in like extended sizes, but they should be available in smaller sizes. So if you're a very tiny footer, you got a baby, you got a kid, all that stuff, you guys can match. Or if you're a dude and you like these, I think it goes up to a men's size 10.5. And with all that being said, what is today's question of the day?
Would you rather wear winter attire in the summer and never get hot, or would you rather wear summer clothes in the winter and never get cold?
What counts as winter attire? Like, do I gotta wear like puffy jackets, boots, and jeans?
Yes.
Or can I wear what I'm wearing right now, like a hoodie and some shorts?
I feel like you'd have to level it up with at least a jacket.
But I don't like jackets. I don't like the way they feel. I don't like the way they sound.
Yeah, I assumed that you would pick wear summer clothes in the winter.
But can I wear this during the summer? Like hoodies?
No, you don't get to wear a hoodie.
Why not?
Because
then what is a hoodie? What does that count as?
A hoodie is a layer.
For summer or
under
winter?
Your jacket. I feel like this person's like saying like, hey, like, are you gonna wear beach attire in the winter?
Where am I living?
Fine?
Where am I living? 'Cause that's where it depends. If we live in New York, we're wearing all of that. Mm-hmm. If we live in California, which we do, mm-hmm. I could get away with this.
No, I feel like it's...
I've been wearing this all winter. And I've been just fine.
No, you've been cold.
I have been cold, but I haven't died or anything. Whatever I can get away with wearing a hoodie and basketball shorts mm-hmm. all year round, I'm picking that. I might look a little sloppy, but I feel comfortable.
I don't think you ever look sloppy.
I don't know.
Because I know what you're talking about. There are certain people we see out and about where I'm like, you're technically wearing the same stuff Chris is, but Chris wears his cleanly. Not like it's tailored, because we don't tailor our clothes, but mm-hmm. it's like you make sure that everything fits you properly and it's a clean look. It's not, this sweater has been worn for 20 years and has been stretched out in multiple directions.
But it has been. I'm just saying. Thank goodness they can't see my underwear, because that's old.
That's a weird thing to put on the internet.
Fine. Good thing y'all can't see my socks. They old too. What about you though? This is a you question.
I would pick the layers over
the winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you have the most fun in winter getting dressed. I wouldn't say fun, but I definitely see her come in and out of the closet multiple times, and sometimes she's wearing multiple different things. Like she's like, how about this? Or how about that? Or does this match this? Like you will wear that big ass jacket that looked like you murked a teddy bear.
Oh, I love that jacket. If I could live in that jacket all year round, I would.
That's what I'm saying. But anyways, sound off below and let us know. On top of all of that, what do you think about these bad girls right here? I think, man, I gotta just put these away because these are pretty and I might want a pair. But yeah, this is a great looking release, man. These are dope. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching and taking your time to hang out with us. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.